Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So in the last episode, we traveled all the way out here to High Maktha Wildwood from Colony Lambda. Had a very long cutscene type of episode last time, but now we're gonna go ahead and get on with the story.
Hey, you sure we're going the right way, guys?
Well, it's a path at least.
Looks like it's going to be a real pain getting through here.
True, but we don't have the luxury of loitering.
Well, I don't see any other road to take, so let's just get this over with. Uni, look out!
What the? An ambush!
Ah! Weapons! Quick!
Oh, a hero quest. Well, I guess that answers my zipline question. Hello! Oh my. Quite a lot of people. Who am I targeting? You. Wherever you are. Their design looks cool. That person. We don't know their name yet. I've always liked designs that take on a little more fantasy nature kind of aesthetic. At least that's what I got from that design. Who am I attacking now? Oh, there we go. Agnes Spider. Okay, one last. Ugh. Okay. Is everyone doing okay? Maybe I should also. The chain combos don't seem to be working, however. Mio, you need some healing because you're not healing yourself anymore. Ah! Okay. Alright, gotta cancel. So, that is true. They do live in a world where all they really do is fight. But it's really only against Keves and Agnes, as far as we're aware. So why exactly does their lives have to be revolved around fighting? Do they even really know the reason why they want to fight each other? Other than just they're bad? They're the opposite team? Who knows? Everyone, why are you dying? Oh my god. I literally did not use bonus XP because I didn't think I needed it, but... Oh boy. Oh god, guys. Careful, careful. Okay. Our healers are not doing anything. Or, I mean, not doing... Oh, Mia's... Oh, it's because they're dead, that's why. Oh, shoot. I'm actually gonna die here then. Yep, I'm gonna die. Wow, that's a surprise. I'm on normal mode. Oh boy. It's only the healers that can revive people too, huh? Uh-oh.
Are we going to make it? Stay back for now. I can take it.
Hello?
You won't get away.
Okay. I'm most likely gonna die here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip ahead. Okay, just went ahead and retried the battle. The only thing I changed was I made Noah a healer, but everyone else just remained the same. I don't want to jump straight to having the level up just yet. Oh, I have a chain attack ready. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. Lance is in trouble. I have mostly healers this time. Let's see. I'm for sure we need some healing. 40. Let's go ahead. I'm on the side. Ooh, the break got inflicted. Okay. Who had topple? I don't think anyone actually had topple right now. I didn't get a chance to switch everyone's arcs. Yep, we'll go with you, Uni. Okay, 141. That's actually pretty good for a very first chain. Just shooting him right in the face. Okay. We'll go ahead. Heal. Heal Lance a little bit. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have used that. Well, we'll see who's gonna reactivate. Okay, that's another cool. That's fine. Ooh, get him with that big damage. Ooh, I didn't really want that one to reactivate, but okay. Okay, I have to use Lance last. Okay, this was not a good chain attack. Ah. Especially since I have mostly healers in my party this time. Okay, do your best, Lance. Ah, only 110. Oh no, the numbers went down and down. That's not good. Can we at least pass the halfway point? Okay, at least we got that. Yeah, that was not a good chain attack. Alright, where are ya? What are you doing? Just dancing around? Okay, break. No one has topple unless we interlink, but that's fine. Wow. Okay, maybe I should do any combo. Focus attacks. Fusion first? What is follow leader? I actually have never tried that one yet. Lance is really low on health now. Okay. Alright, we're doing well. Okay. No more stress. No more stress. Maybe I should just use this Daze Art then, since we don't have a topple. That was my bad. Oh, you resisted. Yeah, well, there was no topple. Okay. So, those guys have topple. I was just gonna say, can they use their break, please? Break, 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 break. Is it gonna work? So we can use topple? Nope. Okay, they have to unlink. Oh, there we go. You good, Lance? Juniper.
We just want to pass through. We're not looking for trouble.
Come on, guys. What's your problem?
Juniper, Imogen's at her limit. She can't keep going.
Huh?
Spark! And we could have had their life too. So close.
That's very unfortunate. We'll have to retreat then.
What was all that about? Weirdos.
You okay, Noah?
What's wrong?
Did you recognize him?
I was just thinking.
About that archer? They seem quite the formidable opponent, to be sure.
That's true, but there was something else about them.
Say, you don't think...
Those soldiers' flame clocks. They might be getting low.
Oh, come on, Noah. You'd better not be thinking of offering her assistance.
It's hard to put into words, but
Noah's too nice for his own good. I swear, Noah, not this time.
Around on this whim of yours?
It really bothers you?
Yeah.
Give it up, Tyon. Once Noah's like this, there's no stopping him.
Oh, why do I bother?
Besides,
Noah's intuition's usually pretty on the mark.
We could just take a look. A tiny little peek.
Fine. I can see no amount of reasoning is going to dissuade you. However, if it turns out to be nothing, we head straight back and move on. Acceptable?
That's fine. Okay, let's move. We should be able to catch up to them if we follow their tracks.
Alright then. Noah's too nice for his own good.
You know how folks are when their flame clock runs low? They'll come on us like starved beasts.
Yeah, I know. But I can't just turn a blind eye.
Yep, Noah, you're way too nice for your own good. It's not our problem, but we want a hero, don't we? Let me just grab these. Container? Oh, way down there? I've been mostly getting containers and whatnot, kind of on my own time when I'm not recording. Ooh. Okay, where did y'all go? Pulp grass. I have also been, let's see, not only have I been collecting containers, I've also been doing like the Collectopedia on my own too, talking to people around the colonies, just because I feel like those aren't, those don't really matter so much in the recording. Hope that's fine. It probably is. I don't think anyone would really want to see the step-by-step of how everyone plays the game exactly.
Judging by how the tracks stop here, it seems that this is where those soldiers passed through.
Through here? But how?
Doesn't look easily traversable, does it?
Yeah, I can't see us getting across there anytime soon.
We could always take a detour. Look, this way.
Yeah. Thanks, Tyon.
Like I said, we can't afford to be hanging around here. Come on, we haven't got all day.
Good old reliable
Little
Tyon.
so-and-sos sliding down here on a rope.
Okay, so we're gonna try
I wonder if
what
they could
the
teach
others
me to
did?
do that.
No. Okay. Are we? Let's go this way. I don't think I'm supposed to use the zipline. It would have given me a tutorial if that was the case. Yes. Juniper will soon teach us. God, there's a lot of things. I just want to collect all the things. Okay. You're not hostile? Cool.
This is something decent, right?
I will get
Wonder
this
what's
container
inside.
though. Okay. Burned rice sugar. That sounds good. Alright, do we just jump down from here? Yes, okay. No consequences there. Other than just a little bit of health.
Smarts.
Ooh, is this the new colony? They live somewhere pretty nice. Gotta destroy that.
This is crazy. There was a colony here? That's right. This is an abandoned colony.
Please
Abandoned?
listen to us. We didn't
Oh,
come
they
here
reach
to
very
fight
low in
you.
the ranks, I'm sure.
We can free you from your flame clock.
Free us?
You don't have much time left on yours, do you? We can help you with that, so if you just...
Stop attacking you?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll hear you out.
You seem smart.
Thank you.
Unless you have some sort of hidden plan.
Please, come in.
They're still wary of us. Can't let our guard down.
Good to add more names.
Okay. Hello, Commander Juniper.
More colonies
Not a
added.
lot of people around.
Oh, they have a little
Yeah.
farm. I'm
It's
just going
quite
ahead and taking
unlike
all
any
their,
other colony.
all their supplies that they probably don't even have. Gum. Gum.
Even for a place this tumble down, the people here seem so resigned.
Oh, I didn't get to let him finish talking.
I've seen a few colonies with dwindling flame clocks before, but this one is especially bizarre.
It's like they're not trying to survive here at all. Do you get that impression?
Back when I was stationed at Lambda, I'd heard rumors about Colony Tau.
What did they say?
That deep in the forest, there's a colony with some very peculiar customs and traditions.
Here? They seem to live pretty peacefully.
This is my first time seeing it in reality, but I never expected it to be so run down.
Did you have any dealings with it?
Well, if they're considered odd, then I'm sure they're pretty low ranked then.
None at all. This is just hearsay from Commander Izzard.
Anyway, we should hurry. Let's smash the flame clock and free everyone.
It being an abandoned colony, we are continually starved of sufficient life sources.
Wait. Are you the commander?
That's right. Sorry, I failed to tell you before. I am Juniper, and it's my job to lead Colony Tau.
If that's so, then surely you must know who we are.
I'm afraid I know nothing.
Really?
Ah.
We have no need of such information.
Juniper told us we'd welcome you in, whoever you might turn out to be. So, that's the rule. We don't ask questions.
But you attacked us back there.
Our scouts told us about some monsters in the forest they've never seen before. So, we sent them out on a hunt.
Talking about us? We're the monsters?
But then they bumped into you en route.
Oh.
They must have figured it'd be more efficient to get you out of the way first.
Though, contrary to our plan, we were made to retreat.
Oh yeah? What about your console? Where are they hiding?
Do they even have a console?
I told you, this is an abandoned colony. Our consul rarely visits us.
You're in such a strange situation.
All the more reason to get you out of this predicament.
So then, if the consul never visit them, what does the consul even do?
I think you
'Cause there's a
guys are
console
getting
for
the
each
wrong end of
colony,
the stick
correct?
here.
It's true. We aren't afraid of Colony Tau's flame clock running out. All it means is the end of our days gazing at our ever-diminishing supply.
Oh my gosh. They've just accepted doom.
But you could die.
Uh-huh. As if we just let you waltz in and break our flame clock.
And we all have to perish someday. If our lives should expire, then we'll sink into silence, darkness, oblivion. We'll return to the earth.
Yes, but you can't just...
The land will take us, and we will simply be.
Oh yeah. Since they're a abandoned colony, they don't return back to the queen at the end of their 10 years, huh?
That's how it is at Colony Tau. No one will ever think
But then
of
how do
us,
new people
and
come
yet here
here
we are.
then? Like, or how long have they been abandoned? And how did they get new people? Because people aren't exactly born, you know, the natural way.
Slowly
in this
but
universe.
surely, we are withering. We don't always find the nutrition that we need to live. If Colony Tau cannot accumulate the vital flames it needs, then it proves only that we were too weak. And in nature, the weak are destined to perish.
The logic would dictate that nature is pushing you to become stronger.
If we set you free, you won't have to worry about all this crap.
We neither worry nor fear for what may come to pass.
We've already lost so many of our friends and allies.
And every time we return to their bodies to the earth, such will be our fate.
What's the point of fearing the inevitable? We
Damn,
know
they
we're
think
gonna die.
really realistically.
What's wrong with us living the way we always have?
But how do you live without hope?
It will spell the end of the story that our predecessors weaved for generations. A tale cut short. I would argue that it feels a little melancholy. In that sense, if we were to be freed from the flame clock, then...
Juniper!
Oh my god.
Bad news!
He sped over here.
Tell me?
The monsters are coming straight for the colony, and they already took one of us down.
Uh-oh.
No. They came all the way here.
Well, we gotta help
We'll
them.
join you. Good to add more names.
Wow, their flame clock really is about to see the end of it.
Juniper! We need orders!
This is perfectly fine. We'll defeat them, right here.
Juniper!
What are you?
Ask us later.
We'll back you up.
Thank you. I'll fight to the best of my ability as well.
Here we go!
Alright, let's take them down. These land seals. Rhinons.
Butter, come here!
Someone called someone else a Rhinon as an insult earlier.
Just as planned,
Is it Uni calling lands a Rhinon, I think it was? Okay, let's not play the healer class.
You're pushing yourself too hard.
Come here! I got
Okay.
something for you!
These guys, tanky. Well, they got armor, so I guess that's to be expected.
Come here! I got something for you!
This will keep me going. The power of Purple.
Let's use it to
Okay. I did level up one more level just in case, since that last hero fight was a bit much for me. And same thing. Wow, these guys are super tanky. And even though we have 3 healers, everyone's taking so much health. Mostly Lance because he has all the aggro. I'll just go ahead and use launch then. I probably should have also redone my arts as well. Oh well. Okay, Tyon, you okay? Maybe I should mirror link as well. Heal some people up. Pull up Noah. Let's also put down some debuffs and buffs. Lance, are you okay? Okay, one out of the way. Ugh. Okay, one last heal, and then I will cancel. There we go. Alright, Tyon also needs some healing. Noah, Mio, Senna. Oh, someone got a topple in. Who has the days? Okay, we're all fighting different ones. Let's all fight the same one, guys. Okay, I'll use the chain attack on the next Rhinon. Okay, everyone's over here. I'll use this attack up. Okay. Let's go ahead. Use the chain attack here. Alright, what are Juniper's arts? 3 healers, 3 attackers, only 1 defender. Oof, yikes. Because I had Xeon also as a defender. We don't have a balance here. Follow up side attack. Okay. I don't quite know what Juniper does. Oh god, this is... only 101. That's very low. Okay, well, that reactivated, I guess. Okay, you are glowing. What's up with you? Back bleed, follow up, side attack?
I'll pave the way to victory.
Okay. Tyon. Facing the front. How much will that go over? Not by very much.
No wavering until the enemy's down.
Okay, the only problem is I don't have a very good balance on my team right now. Oh, we got overkill? Okay, I'll probably just send the chain attack right here then.
I used my big now finally got to stretch my traps.
Guillaume's okay. He's still alive. Thank the flames.
Gums.
I'm so glad we made it in time.
We just passed
I'm
by
so
him
glad.
when we were entering.
Again, accept my thanks. We couldn't have done this without you.
Don't worry about it.
I suppose it's strange of me to talk about the laws of nature when I fear losing my friends.
Not at all. Honestly, that seems like the most natural thing of all.
When you told me that you would release us from the flame clock, I thought that if you really were telling the truth, it would make life easier.
Let us do it.
At the same time, I began to hate the fact that I was looking for a way out. Looking up at our clock, seeing the life ebbing away. I'd already accepted my fate. and letting go of that status quo, wretched though it was, after so long. I was scared of what might happen if we did.
Understandable. Especially when you've had no hope for so long.
Noah, your words at the time seemed so appealing to me.
You mean 5 minutes ago?
I could not destroy the collective efforts that became the colony and everything it represents with my own 2 hands, but then you said you would destroy it for us. We'd be guilt-free. If that isn't appealing, then what is?
You must have been aware of how tragic it is to simply await death. That's why you invited us, isn't it?
Even now, I'm not afraid of dying. But I hated the idea of losing those I hold dear. When I saw my friend lying there.
Oh god, looking at her term, she's pretty young. What term would that be? Like, term 5? No, maybe less
I
than
remembered
that.
what you told me, and for a brief moment, I felt the grip of fear. I felt so weak and helpless, yet at the same time, I didn't want to let go of my dear friend. So I must have closed myself off. I stopped thinking, closed my eyes, and covered my ears. Perhaps I was simply waiting for the inevitable release.
Even so, we have to keep thinking.
That's right. Even if there are things we'd rather not see, we still need to look.
And breaking out of your shell, scrambling in desperation for a way to escape despair. That's not what I call being weak. You've defended this place for so long. Why? Because you're strong. And once you're no longer shackled by the rules of the flame clock, you can accept a different reality.
Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot what the rules of the flame clock were.
You can become stronger still. I know it.
Dang, Noah is so passionate about this.
We can.
You can.
It won't be easy, far from it. But we'll help you.
Juniper, it's your call.
We've made it this far thanks to you.
Yes, I suppose so. If there is a possibility that you can release us from the clock, then please.
And if not, it's not like anything's changed.
Very true. If you can't break it, I can live with that too. Nothing changes
Wow,
without a reason, without
they've
a
just
cause.
accepted the inevitable so hard.
Perhaps
They're like,
this
yep,
event will teach
we
me
don't
to
care.
see things
It's
in
not
a
like
new
it
light.
could get any worse, pretty much. Is what they're saying.
Here we go!
Okay, are they Keves or Agnes? They're, yep, they're no, they're Keves.
I see acceptance is actually surprisingly easy when it comes down to it.
I think it probably is, yeah.
What is this warning level? What happens if it goes all the way up?
rude, but could I ask another favor of you?
Sure.
I'd like to learn much more of the world, become a stronger individual. To that end, is there any chance I could accompany you?
Of
What
course.
do you say, guys?
We could certainly do with someone of Juniper's caliber.
It'd be reassuring to have you on board. You're very welcome to join.
Is your colony gonna be okay, though? Can they get on without you?
Colony Town needs to undergo change too. We need to extend our knowledge and grow. So I'd like you to take me on a trip, somewhere far away, and show me something new.
A journey of discovery, huh? I guess that's another thing we need in order to grow.
Might be an idea to send some of our younger recruits out too. Could be a good lesson.
It's time to breathe new life into our colony. Let us break free from the chains that once bound us.
Woo.
I guess I'm still hanging about though. Can't have us all gallivanting about the place.
Your console really doesn't bother to show up, huh?
Yeah, surprisingly. Well, they did say they were abandoned, but you'd have thought even maybe the consoles cared a little bit about the flame clock. Who is their console anyway? Is it console N? Because it seems like the other consoles are pretty busy.
Even after we broke the flame clock, you think they'd know?
Better this way, if you ask me.
Still, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that they'll make trouble for you.
If something happens, you tell us immediately, okay?
Sure, can do. We'll be counting on you.
Well, we don't have all day. I think it's about time we made tracks, no?
You're right. Time to move then.
Well then, everyone.
Ah, don't worry about us. You know we can handle ourselves.
We'll prove that Colony Tau can be so much more.
Yes, I'm sure it will be.
Off you go then, skedaddle. The colony's staying right here, waiting for your return.
Alright, I guess that's my cue to use Juniper for a little bit. That means I'll have to change out my classes, unfortunately, though. Rope sliding.
It's a pleasure.
Class inheritor. Probably Noah. Yep. Who has not inherited a class yet? I think Senna has one. Lance has one. Uni has one. Yeah, everyone's gotten one. Okay. The Art of Flow. You can cancel arts into other arts without using fusion arts. Oh. Canceling fills the chain gauge slightly. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to experiment with that later. Or at least look it up for a bit.
Always nice to see a new face.
Okay. There's no quests here, but there are some information I can collect. Let me talk to you first.
Let's try not to piddle our money away.
I have everything already. Sorry, can't give you any money. Okay, let me just
Always nice
recollect
to
their
see a new
crops
face.
again.
Something so valuable here.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to everyone.
My stomach's
Here,
growling.
Roland.
Could we get a bite to eat, please?
Where would you even find 50 glare aubergines? It's always tough this time of year. Ah well, what can you do? So many people want aubergines. Do you have something else to say? Hey there, have you been making the most of all the rope slides? Yeah, they make getting around the forest a real breeze, thanks. Well, there's a tip then. There's plenty more to be found, strung all over the world. We did come across one in the mines. Or right before the caves before the mines, which I will have to go back to. You'll find them useful, that's a guarantee, and whenever you do, be grateful to Juniper for teaching you this life-changing skill.
I see.
Yes, thank you so much. Let's go to the canteen, order some food, and have a discussion.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat?
A bunch of
Been
salads.
waiting for this.
I may have eaten more than my fill.
Ooh, a new recipe. Can't wait.
Okay, let's hold some discussions now. We have quite a bit to talk about.
This
Let's talk about the rope
reminds
slides. Hey, I think we've gotten pretty good at using those rope slides. Yeah, I feel quite used to them now, and they're a lot of fun too. I feel like I've seen them around the Ferranis region as well. Anything that makes traversal easier is a welcoming tool as far as I'm concerned. Since we're on the subject, what about those rope launcher gizmos that militaries have left all over the shop? Oh, those? They're typically carried in a place via Levness. I'm afraid most aren't in active use. I can't do my voices. Alright, but if we use them, we might be able to get access to some new places, right? Huh. That's actually a pretty good idea, if you ignore the guy that said it. You didn't mean that last part. Good thinking, Lance. Next time we see one, let's try using it. Food for
Right
Tau.
then, strategy meeting.
Everyone in Colony Tau is out gathering food, right? Juniper voice, okay. Right. Food stocks are pretty tight at this time of year. Is it really that tough? Could have fooled me. We're not exactly destitute. It's more about our relationship with our neighbors. What do you mean by that? We always give a bit to the Turkins around this time of year. It keeps things sweet between us. We've got something of an alliance going on. That's different. There's this one Turkin they call the Turking. Would you like to go and meet him? Sounds fun. I'm game. First, I have to talk to Roland about the food situation, though. Okay, so we're gonna meet the Turkin in the future. And Yanaza
This reminds
Plain
me.
Monsters. Back when we were calling 9, those bunnets sure made our lives pretty miserable. What? Why? They're such little cutie booties. Ew. Cutie booties? Even the ones holding giant weapons in their tails? Even those, I ask? Ugh. Yeah, okay. Those are scary. We've once had to push through whole bevies of them to get back to the colony of Yanaza Plains. Oh yeah, I remember that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss it. Am I remembering right that it started because Fox tried starting a fight with their bunnet leader or something? Oh, like they came for revenge? Bunnets do tend toward collective behavior. Moreover, the ones holding weapons are known to be aggressive. When 100 or more of those sniffers come at you at once, it ain't fun. And it's not like their meat is any good either. So, when fighting bunnets, keep an eye on their numbers. Noted. Good talk, guys.
Let's bounce.
Alright, I just missed this information, of course. Where did you come from? Uh-oh, gotta do some off-seeing, it seems. Alright, let's go ahead and talk again.
I'm just gonna lie here, and you can't stop me. Right then, strategy meeting.
Colony Tau doesn't have any off-seers, does it? No, we return our dead to the earth. Weird thing to do. I never heard of anyone doing that. Who grows up in the forest, goes back to the forest, and until that time comes, a peaceful resting place awaits you. I'm from Agnes, and even I've never heard of this custom. I suppose it's deeply rooted to Colony Tau's culture. It is, which is why the concept of sending off isn't something we've ever had to consider. But you did have an Offseer in the past, from what I've heard. In the past, yes, but he was killed in combat with Keves. Were you there, Juniper? I was. He drew enemy fire with the rear guard. I would not have escaped were it not for his sacrifice. Well, that's depressing. But what did your Offseer usually do, given that he wouldn't be offseeing? Tilled the fields, mostly. As I said, we didn't really need Offseers. Still depressing. Actually, could I ask you to send off our Offseer? Of course, if that's what you want. If there is a place we return to, then surely there are avenues other than the Earth to reach it. That's what I've come to believe anyway. You know, if there really is some peaceful place waiting somewhere. That's a lovely thought. Do you know where the Offseer is? We'll get there straight away. Thanks. I'll take you. Alright. Now just to fill some of the remaining time, let's go ahead and do more side quests. Okay, I'm gonna first only do 2 of these side quests, as the 41 I'm gonna leave for later. But we're gonna go ahead and do off-scene customs in a more balanced recipe for this episode. Okay, let's see how this ziplining skill works. I'm actually quite excited. Oh, we just jump in? Okay. I was trying to figure out like the interact button. The lens went ahead and just showed me what to do.
Touchdown!
Alright, let's go ahead and grab this container as well.
Come to uni.
Oh, we got a bunch of different coins. Alright. Okay, one more zipline attempt.
Ready or not? Woohoo! This gets the blood pumping, eh?
Alright, let's go ahead and move down. Figure out how to get to this side quest. Ooh, this is some scary stairs right here.
Many of my friends fell.
Huh? What's that? Oh, looks like we can go on from here.
Lance, you just interrupted what Juniper was trying to say. Okay, I'm just gonna jump down. Alright, one more time. Woo, okay, I'm glad they kind of catch themselves a bit. Oh, there's a bunch of wolves. You guys again! Is this where the fight was? Yes, the battle was around here. We were outnumbered. We managed to hold our own at first, leveraging our advantages, but you can't argue with numbers in the end. The rear guard's actions saved so many of us, even so. There's no way out once you've been cornered in a place like this. Looks like the monsters have made themselves at home here right now. We can't do any sending off like this. Let's get rid of them before they become a problem then. Oh, yes, of course. That sounds good. Come on, where's your energy? Let's whoop their arses. Let me hear you say it. Let's, smack their behinds. Close enough. Let's go. Hey, she's young. She doesn't believe in cursing.
This one's gonna be tough.
Is it? It doesn't look good. Well, I mean, there's a lot of them actually. Alright, so I did go ahead and make Noah back into a defender class, just to make these a little more balanced now.
I'll draw them.
You didn't disappoint.
Time to win out the big gun. I'll wreck them.
You like that?
Esma, out of my face.
Fire!
I need you, Mia.
Hidden soul! Keep pushing them. Liberation! Arrow!
Out of my face.
You like that? Hammerhead! Don't worry you yet, Noah! Wide slap!
Okay, went ahead, took care of them all. I think we should be able to send them off now. There were so many monsters here. I wouldn't have been able to clear them at all without your help. Thank you. Okay, let's begin.
Please, give them a peaceful sleep.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I was wondering, the more often they off-sea, do they ever start getting used to it and feeling less? Because they've mentioned before a big part of off-seeing is feeling emotions, but I imagine if you've done that over and over, you'd eventually become numb to it? Aha, so that light was you. We thought it might have been a setting off. It looks so soft and gentle. Yeah, they can all rest easily now. The old commander died here too, and was left where he fell. Oh, really? He was the first to fall. He's the one who promoted Juniper and ensured our new commander's escape. He was so strong and kind. I idolized him. He was always thinking of the colony. He helped Juniper get to safety and fought to the bitter end. So he promoted you to commander. Unusual, but given the circumstances, I can see why. Yeah, you carry on his legacy. I think that's a wonderful thing. Our officer at the time understood how we operated. He worked hard to make himself useful. He was very gentle, that officer, much like Graziana in that respect. Did you just call me gentle? And Cardamine may be rough around the edges, but he takes his duty seriously, just like the old commander. We all inherited something from the commander, the whole of Colony Tau. We can see him in your strength and kindness too, Juniper. Oh. That's why he named you a successor and fought so hard to protect the colony you'd inherit. Yes, I suppose you're right. But after meeting Noah and the others, I see there's still so much we could change. We have to look for new trails to blaze instead of stagnating as we are. We'll help as much as we can, too. Whatever choice you make, Commander, we'll follow. We believe in you. That's good to hear. Thank you. Well, we have to band together to build a new Tau, and we'll make our late friends proud. Alright, so that quest is complete of Off-Seeing Customs.
Always nice.
Okay, we're gonna end it off with a more balanced recipe. We are going to steer away from this quest until I'm a little more high up though. So let's go ahead and do Doran and Bam Bam's next quest. Okay, went ahead and traveled to Great Kote Falls. Hello. Let me collect my stuff. It's funny how we can actually fight in the water now. That was never a thing in the past Xenoblade game. As far as I'm aware, we could not fight in the water, but this is actually kind of cool. And if we could, maybe I'm just dumb. But they do look kind of silly. Like, Tyon right there. But I guess, like, it was kind of annoying to have to fight in, like if you were fighting and then you'd accidentally get caught in the water and you have to swim around or whatnot. That part was kind of annoying. So I am quite glad they changed it actually.
It's a part of me now.
Give me your stuff. Thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep collecting.
What? You're supposed to be following me.
Alright, let's go ahead, get the last one, and make our way back to the camp to see Doran and Bam Bam. Okay, made it back to Old White Camp. Let's go ahead and see what these two are going to fight about this time. That's plenty enough. Now, extract nectar from picked flowers and... Yeah, whack it in. I love a bit of sweetness. Whacking is word unbecoming of chef. Not do that. So, what we do? Smear nectar on tree over there. On the tree? What will that do? Wait, we pour it on the tree? We're gonna eat the tree? Have faith in Manana. Friends understand what time is right. Okay then. We'll trust you, Manana, since your food is really tasty. Oh my god, it looks so weird. Okay, Manana, that should do it. Can anyone else hear wings? Meme, what's coming? Oh, that is one big beetle. Ah! Save me! Not bugs! Anything but bugs! Ingredient is arrive. Everyone, have at Plambus. That's the ingredient? That thing is ingredients? Is that a joke? He's like, nope, not today. I mean, if it's coming at us, we better take it out anyway. Alright, let's get him.
Come here! I got something for you!
Thanks for the support.
I'll keep on pelting them.
Your plan came off perfectly, Tyon.
Okay. Oh, they got the topple down. Who's got the days? Someone does. I know that. I always say that every time. I don't know why chain combos are always so satisfying for me. I always want to complete them. I don't like it when they're not completed. Okay, took him out. Good. Lots of fluids harvested. Ew, what are we using this for? We meant to eat body fluids. Pampas only eat flower nectar, so body fluids very sweet and rich. Whoa, for real? Is it still bug juices though? Bug juices, man. Everyone think it icky at first, but as Banana kept saying, trust in Manana. Well, let's go back to the campsite. Trust in Manana we shall. Gently simmer glare aubergine and fermenting bug juice together. Give quick singe at end for finishing touch. To Riku's face. And plate. It smell of delicious. Manana real master pond chefy pond. Oops, master chefy pond. Bam Bam's right on that. But it is still glare aubergines and bug juices. Now when they're both staring at you, you gotta eat it. You do Tom disservice. Now shut mouth and try bite. Okay, one bite. What's the verdict? It's the greatest thing I've ever eaten. But how? It takes that gross vegetable taste and augments it with a tart sweetness, giving it an almost fruity tang. Meh. Real true. Feed me as many glare aubergines as you want. This fabulous news. It's start of taste revolution. Manana, please teach as many recipes as possible. It's pleasure. Manana always loved to share wisdom of recipe with worlds. Thank you, great teacher. Bam Bam, you really learned all this for me? You're the greatest friend an ex-mechanic could ever have. Tasty food is important for a long journey. Eat lots and keep energy strong. Bam Bam, heed words of teacher. You heard the lady, Bam Bam. Let's gorge till we burst, then we can get back on the trail. In a deal, bestest friend. They're so funny. Hey, don't we get any? You thought they'd make any for us? Alright. And that will be the end of a more balanced recipe. And with that, that would also be the end of the episode. Okay, gonna continue on with the next chapter right after, I promise. There's just so much side content in between chapters that they keep throwing at me, and I don't want it to stack up into too many chains of episodes. Like, I want to keep as minimal as possible of side quest focused episodes as possible. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this playthrough, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Crypta_Agate to get any updates of when content goes live, or if you want to catch my streams. Or you can check out my second channel, Crypta's Laboratory, to check out my VODs and any art videos I will post in the future. But until the next episode, goodbye for now.